me just, well, you want to do the recognition first before we go through announcements, or what do you?
Yeah, I can, and my cursor just moved over the recording and stopped it, but it got all him, and then I just restarted it again. So I apologize. It'll be two things. Okay, so we had. Let me. Jeez.
So Debbie's pulling this up. We always want to recognize people, and if we leave anybody out, she's going to go through rank advancements. Anybody who has completed a fast forward in the past week, anybody who started a fast forward, anybody who was enrolled their first person, we want you to just give a shout out, unmute yourself. But she's going to go through the rank advancements right now first.
Yes. So the rank advancements, we had 2 people go to director, Felicia Tan and Jacqueline Cagnon. We had several go to Director 300, David Kornblatt. I thought he went to Director 700 last week. All right. And Cheryl Mays. And then Director 700s are KTLU, Carla Harburg, Huang Peng, Nathan Coulter Jr., or Nathaniel, Nathaniel Colton Jr., Brittany Budin, Karen Hellenius, and Cindy White. So congratulations to everyone who went up in rank by talking to people. You don't get to director by at least having it introduced to at least 2 people. So they are sharing, and people are joining them and deciding to at least get in to get the product, and some people are deciding to come in to do the business. So we want to congratulate everybody for stepping out of their comfort zone and introducing this to them. And I'll stop sharing.
Did anybody complete a fast forward or start a fast forward in the last week?
Sharon
I started one.
All right.
Sharon completed hers. Where's Sharon?
Yay, Sharon.
I was close, but I didn't get it.
You were close?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Completed it.
Hey, David, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Bob.
Thanks. I got a few minutes here. Hi, everybody. Karen Rambat, who's on, she did yet another fast forward queen of Arizona. Congratulations, Karen.
That's
Congratulations,
great.
Karen.
Thank you.
Way to go. Way to go.
Woohoo.
Fast forward. Yeah, Bob. Go ahead, Bob.
Oh, I'm all good. I think someone else was starting to jump in.
Okay.
I think Brian's on. Brian's on too. So you met Brian last week, right?
I did.
Great.
And Scottsdale. Hey, Brian.
Hey, David, it's Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, I started a fast forward last Sunday. I'm halfway there, 2 aboard in the first 9 days.
Awesome. Way to go.
Yep. Thank you.
Way to go. And for those of you who don't know what a fast forward is, it is simply doing the business is what it is, but it's got a deadline on it. And it's once you initiate it in your virtual office, you have 14 days to accomplish the following. Enroll at least 4 people. If you're not muted, could you mute your line out, or Debbie, could you control it? I don't have any control.
Sure.
All right, thanks. If you want to mute everybody, I'll just unmute myself if you want. Okay, so a fast forward is enrolling at least 4 people, associates or customers, who order at least 1 case of product and get on auto ship for at least 1 case. And the total points is at least 800 enrollment points. Now, if you enroll 4 people with 200 points, you do it. But let's say you enroll 4 people with 100 points. You still need 400 more points, so you just enroll more people. But it's a wonderful program, everybody, because they give you a bunch of free product. They give you about $235 worth of free product. And I got feedback. Is it me? I hear feedback.
Well, I can mute myself. I don't know if
Is it me? I don't hear it now. Okay. Thanks, Deb. But they give you about $235 worth of free product, but more importantly, you're building your business. And because you don't have deadlines in this business, it's not like a boss tells you, get this done by now, by this date, or you're fired. I mean, people can tend to just kind of say, I'll do it tomorrow, and then it's next week, and then it's next month, and then it's the next year. Fast forwards, people that are engaged in fast forwards absolutely move their business forwards. They're the ones, and this is all company stats. This is not me saying this. That move much faster than people that don't, because you've got a deadline. And when you got a little fire under your tuchus, as we say, it's like, okay, I got to do some stuff here. And so I want to congratulate everybody who's doing a fast forward, everybody who makes the commitment to do it. And if you fall short and you bring in 3 people, or you bring in 4, you don't have enough points, guess what? You brought in 3 or 4 people in a 2-week period instead of 1 or 0. So if you are new and you don't know what a fast forward is, talk with your sponsor about that. Really great program. Okay. Let me make some announcements real quick, run through some things that are going on that you may or may not be aware of, because things have been added. And I want to mention that if you are not on Trish Winkler's newsletter, weekly newsletter, do get on it. Go to ateamsupport.com, ateamsupport.com, and get on the newsletter right there. Subscribe. She sends it out every week, and it really is great. And there's something that happened I want to show you that we've been talking about for the past year and a half since we've known about it. Let me see if I can pull it up here. 1 second. Where is she? Trish shared it. Here's the newsletter from today. I want you all to take a look at this, because we talked about, where'd it go? We talked about Asia opening. Where the heck did it go? Oh, my computer just froze. Darn it. What I was going to show you is, number one, what happened with this? Trish is going to be the,
I'll pull it up.
okay, I don't know what happened. It just froze on that screen. I can't do anything. Trish is going to be the expert this week, number one, doing the Expert in the House webinars that we do every Thursday evening, and we rotate, all the diamonds rotate. She's the number 1 earner in the company. That's who Bobby was referring to. She'll earn well over $2 million this year, and in the not too distant future, she'll be earning that a month. This is a very exciting time. She is the expert this Thursday at 7:30 and 9:30 Eastern. I'm going to pull up my screen in a minute too with the infrastructure document. But what I wanted to show was, can you go to the advance? Oh, what is going on with my thing here? The advancements this week, the rank advancements. There's Trish on Thursday night doing the meeting. Look at the rank advancements here this week. Okay. Now there were diamonds popping about every 3 or 4 months. Look what's happening in Asia. 1, 2, 3 diamonds last week, all in Asia. Look at the platinums. Asia. Silvers. That's pretty much US and Europe. There's more in Asia. Bronzes, and if you go, you'll see somebody in our group there. If you go down a little further, there's Cindy Chronister right there. She's in near Richmond. But guys, if I don't know anybody in Asia, but Debbie and I have business in Asia. There's some people on our team in Asia right now, because people in the United States knew people in the Asian community or in Europe, and these people got excited about the product, told their relatives and friends and business contacts in Asia, and that's how you build a business in Asia. In fact, I think Evadne Yu is on. I saw Evadne on here. Evadne's triple diamond in the company. She has a huge business in Taiwan. And it's just, that's a big reason why Debbie has a big business in Taiwan, because it wasn't because Debbie knew people in Asia, but someone introduced it in her group to Evadne. So wanted to draw attention to that. Some events that are happening this week, and this is all on this document that we have called the Winfrastructure document, which is really, really important. Let me see if I can pull it up for you here real quick, if my screen's going to work, which it is not. This screen seems to be dead. Oh, that's great. Why is that? This screen works. That screen doesn't. All right, let's see if I can share this screen and make it work over here if possible. Now those are the events coming up. I cannot find the infrastructure document? Daggone it. Because it's over on that screen. All right. Well, so I'll just read it to you. It's the same thing. The same thing it
If
is.
you want me to pull it up, I can.
It's okay, Deb. I'll just go through because we're running kind of late. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 1:00 p.m. I always do a webinar on this Zoom number for guests. Thursday, Debbie is going to do the one for Asia. I'm going to be on a golf trip Wednesday through Sunday, so I'll be kind of out of touch for the most part. But Debbie's going to do the 9 a.m. Eastern one, which is 9 p.m. in Europe. Singapore had a great meeting last night, by the way, with the founder of the company, CEO, president. Things are rocking. Bangkok is this Saturday with all the same presentation. So Debbie's going to do one at 9 a.m. Thursday Eastern time and 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Expert in the house, you already said that, 7:30 and 9:30 Eastern p.m. And you can do it on Zoom, and we can give you the Zoom number. Just look at the infrastructure document, get that from your upline. Live events coming up. There's going to be a live event in Los Angeles on May 3rd. You can go to A-Team Support and go put in the password associate with a capital A and go to events, and you'll see the flyer for that. Oh, maybe I have that flyer. Wait a minute. Let's see. Hold on one second. I think I might have that. No, I don't. But what I do have is I have, I grabbed it. Okay. So just announced the meeting in Richmond on May 14th. I will be there. If you need the flyer, I don't think that's not publicized in A-Team Support. This is really for our team because the space isn't big enough. But it's put together by Dr. Carolyn and Paul Hoffman, and Cindy Chronister just went bronze. We have also an event that we just scheduled, a big one in, here it is, Charlottesville, June 23rd. Now, Ed Weens, Triple Diamond, is going to be there also. I'll be there. Karen Riley will be there. This is a preliminary flyer, but if you are anywhere near there, people in Richmond that go to me on the 14th can turn around and come a month later and bring people. And I don't have the flyer yet, but that says Saturday, June 23rd. Thursday night, June 21st, we're going to do a meeting here in Rockville, Maryland with Karen Riley. Debbie is going to be in Ecuador on the expedition, building the school down there, so she won't be there, but Karen and I will. And then also the biggest thing, obviously, is convention, September 6th to the 8th. If you're in this business and you're serious, it's like Bobby said, how serious are you about getting in it? Then convention is non-negotiable. Convention is a conference, it is a training, it is a networking, it is vision. And as soon as you make the commitment to go, then we've got a few months to help you get people there. Because while you're there, you'll be blown away. No rah-rah stuff like other network marketing. There's none of that, zero. It's all meat, and it is important. And if you're there by yourself, you'd be so glad you went. If you go and you didn't do everything you could to get people there with you on your team, you're going to be very upset with yourself. You're going to be happy with yourself that you went, but you're going to be upset with yourself that you didn't bring people. So number one, you can go to ASEAconvention.com to register. ASEAconvention.com. It's in Dallas, Texas, at the Gaylord. I think it's $299 registration. If you are new to ASEA, registered within 90 days, I think you get it for $179. If you are past 90 days in and you haven't registered, then have someone in your downline register and get an extra ticket in someone's name, and then you can transfer it later to your name. And that's a way to kind of sneak around and get it at a better price. But no matter how much of a hardship it is to get there time-wise, or a hardship, a sacrifice money-wise, get there. Because you can certainly do a couple fast forwards and make enough money just in commissions, let alone the free product, to pay for your trip. Okay, it's really that important. Can't stress that enough. I cannot share with you a document I wanted to show you. I updated my product usage guide to include source, to include the taste of ASEA that can explain. People say, why does it taste funny? Explains it. and to include detox. What's going on with detox? Why does it happen? It's all in one sheet now. So I'll get it to Debbie. I think I've sent it down to my group. Debbie, I just finished it. I'll get it to you for people that want it. It's just all in one place, makes it kind of easy. Lastly, last thing I'm going to say is I pasted something in the chat bar that everybody should look at. I'm going to paste it again. It is the Jeff Carlisle webinar on mindset. And if those of you who went through the program, we talked about it last time, you know once this is in the right place and you're set, everything else falls into place. But most people don't have it in the right place. They're not sure. They're not locked in. They don't believe in themselves. This webinar is powerful. Everybody, if you haven't seen it, copy it down. If you have seen it, copy it and save it for your downline. The beautiful thing about this business is, and the important thing is, when you see something of value, right, and you review something of value, don't say, God, that was great. Give me something else. Say that, but use it. There's a percentage of your people that are going to be coachable and motivated to review what you recommend them reviewing. And this is one of those things I really recommend. Okay? So, Debbie, that's all the announcements I have to make.
Well, let's welcome some new people because it's getting later, and I know there's some people on, and some of them were even put in the chat bar. Let me see.
Well, I see some new faces that I absolutely know. I see Scott Raba on. Mike, you want to introduce?
Sure. Yeah, I've got 3 on tonight, Debbie and David. We'll start with Scott. Scott's brand new and very excited. And Scott, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, please? Got to unmute yourself.
Hello, everybody. As Mike said, and Dr. Silverman, Scott Raba, actually be my wife and myself. My wife is currently putting my daughter down, so that's why she's not on the call. But yeah, wound up, ready to go. I'm going to talk with Mike and David a little bit more after this call about putting the rubber to the road and rocking and rolling from the get-go.
Well, that sounds wonderful. So you came in for the business?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both? Okay.
Yes. I think for me, there's some health things that I'm very curious to see the effects of ASEA on, and it never hurts to generate extra income. And
absolutely,
being an entrepreneur and having my own business right now, this kind of fits right into the mold of where I'm going. And I have, as I've told David and Mike, I have every desire for 2018 to be the year that I pull my wife back home from work to be at home with my daughter, and also to partner with her holistically healthy business model to really reach a lot of people who want to have that more natural homeopathic lifestyle.
Perfect. Yes, I know. There's been surveys done, and a lot of people, most people get into network marketing for the residual income and then the time. And just like having your wife home with your daughter, that's worth the millions of dollars right there. So
yep.
Perfect. Well, we're here to help you. So tap into us.
I'm thankful. Thank you very much.
Nice to see you, Scott. We've talked a few times.
Yes. Good to see you.
Cool. Thanks, Scott. I was going to say the second person I have on is Mike Atkins. He is a business owner as well. And Mike, you there? You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, please? You texted me he was on a couple minutes ago. If you can unmute yourself, Mike, if you're there.
Let me see if
can you hear me? I'm still here. Oh, I don't know. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
We hear you now, buddy.
Because this is just new to me. I just find it so interesting how everybody's on here networking from everywhere. This app is crazy though. But I mean, everybody's talking about something interesting. This is interesting information for me. This is my first rodeo actually doing something like this, but this is a blessing and I'm honored to be here. The fabulous Deb is right there. I see her smiling bright as day. I haven't talked to you yet, but it's a pleasure. I talked to Doc, and very very, very, very charismatic, and he's very outgoing. What I was going to say is Doc is very knowledgeable, and I'm actually honored to be part of a group and an association like this. Reason why I say association, because everybody's associated with helping someone or making money. So that's my little part of it. I mean, it's true, you know, nobody's doing it for free, and we all are business minded. So I'm just honored to be here.
And let me just mention, thank you, Mike, and I really enjoyed meeting you. Mike came to the event. Mike Weiner invited a lot of people to come to that event, and 2 had emergencies, and I think they're both on. They actually were in the emergency room.
Yep.
Mike was the one. He was not in the emergency room. Mike Atkins, but Mike's a business owner. He owns a carpet cleaning business, and carpet cleaning or carpet installation too, Mike.
No, carpet cleaning, air duct, and upholstery.
So what's attracting you to this business? Is it the passive income and time with your family, or?
Actually, what's attracted me to this business, what I learned in business is, I give you a little bit about me. My mother owned a business for 31 years. She still has it. I'm 36. She had me when she was 40, so she's 76 now. She definitely needs to see her. Business is all in me. To me personally, the way how I see it now where I'm at, my mother needs to see it, right? So I learned that in my business, me helping people, that's one of the best blessings that I can actually give. And the reason why I'm saying that is because by me actually helping a lot of people, the money's going to come on the back end. You know, by me actually having carpet, I have twin girls, you know, just like the other gentleman said, his wife was putting a baby to sleep. I understand that, you know, I understand how all that goes, you know. So with that being said, you know, helping people, Cecilia is like a insane breakthrough to me. Things like that is going to be here to the test of time. You know, like who has something that actually is curing people out of salt and water? People got to understand like the basic concepts of things like that. You can't really go really wrong with that. That's a no-brainer. So with that being said, you know, like when you love to do something, and if you helping people, and if you see a true result and you making money, it's going to make you want to actually do it even more. So I'm not even really into it for the money. I do want to make money. I'm making money in my business. You know, my business is successful and it's still growing, just like me and my colleague. So I think this can be something that I can actually bring to a whole as well. And I know a lot of people will be in tune, like once I be able to properly present it right. So with you, Doc, Mike, and Deb, and people like that, you know, I can't go wrong as long as I just stay the course.
Yep.
Perfect.
Awesome. Great.
Sure.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Mike.
I was going to say, the third one I have is Christy Rogers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Yep. So the third person on is Christy Rogers. We've known each other for a couple of years. She's in the Philly area, and she was the other one that was in ER. I thought she and Scott were in cahoots that day. But Christy, with us? And unmute yourself.
I saw her before, but I don't.
She was on the call earlier. I know that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her though, David. So
I saw her before. Okay, no problem. We'll meet her next week. Thanks, Mike. Good job.
Yes, great job. And I know Suad had somebody new on. Suad?
Yes. Hi, everyone. I just want to introduce Mimi Butcher. So, Mimi Butcher, introduce yourself, please.
No, too much of an echo. You got to mute.
Hi, my name is Mimi Butcher. How are you guys?
Welcome.
Well, I'm gonna make it very short and brief. I think I tried off. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, something's wrong.
I got into this. Actually, I just started with the products first, and I had a car accident 2 years ago, and I had a lot of health issues with my neck and everything. So Sue mentioned to me that this product could be very helpful to me. So I tried it, And I said, well, you know what? I just want to try to see how things go. So, and she said, well, it takes about at least 3 months, at least for my situation. But surprisingly, after 2 months, it kicked in. Everything kicked in for me. And I'm able to do so much now. I haven't been able to clean for 2 years because I was in a lot of pain. So this past week, I did cleaning for 3 days, 15 hours. And I am as energetic and feeling great as I've ever been. So that got me so excited that I said, you know what? I'm in.
Wonderful.
How can I get people, to get healthy? So, anyway, I joined on April the 18th. I went to a ministry conference with a couple of my girlfriends, and they were having some issues with their neck and their soreness. So, I love to serve people. That's who I am. So I massaged them with the ASEA gel. Mm-hmm. And then after 5 minutes, she was so relaxed. She was asleep in 5 minutes. She's done. Okay. She said, I want to get a tube of that. And I said, no problem. I can take care of that for you. Then my other girlfriend, she has some sciatic nerve. So, and also some shoulder issues. So I did the same thing. I massaged her with her shoulder, her sciatic nerve area, and she was out in 10 minutes. So needless to say, I do have an order going through for her. And I also have another potential prospect going to get into my website. And so she can also see it as well.
Wonderful. Well, it's so great that you had such a great response, and we're so happy to have you. And I look forward to meeting you in person. I'll let somebody else introduce. I just wanted to bring, if she's available, Cindy Chronister. She's a brand new bronze, and I was just with her in Christiansburg, Virginia. And we'd love to just hear you say hello, Cindy, and show us your beautiful face if you're there.
Hi, can you hear me?
Sure. Hi,
I hear you.
I'm actually driving, so you're just going to see darkness, which I like being in the light. But I actually just left from a meeting of presenting and sharing the redox molecules with some lovely ladies, and just on my way back home. So wonderful to be here with you guys. I joined a little bit late because there was no cell service where they were, but we're so excited to have you guys coming to Richmond and then again in Charlottesville. So we appreciate the support so much, and just are having a blast.
Congratulations again on bronze, and it was great to see you with your guest Buffy there last weekend. So
thanks so much, Debbie. It was great to see you too.
Absolutely.
Congrats, Cindy. Looking forward to being down there in a couple of weeks.
Thanks, David. We're looking forward to having you guys here.
Absolutely. All right. Does anybody else have anybody new on? We don't want to leave anyone out. Well, I want to encourage people to start having their new people on, because I know you guys have been signing up people. So, and it doesn't matter if they're doing the business or not. We would just love to have them on. They can be product users, just to know that there's other people. And on the phone call, we had 99 people so far that are, all in using the product. Some are doing the business, some aren't. But it's always a great social proof to get somebody on the new on, even if like I said, if they're just taking the product, so they can see all the other people on their team if they ever choose to start sharing it with people.
Can you see the screen, Deb?
Yes.
I think I got it working. I just want to, for the people that are new that haven't seen this is the Winfrastructure document that has everything kind of in place as to what's going on. This is just kind of an overview of what's in this 7-page document. And this page 2, is all the live things that are happening every week or every day. This number right here at the top, you're on this right this second, okay? So, and here's the daily charge-up call that has training every single day, live or recorded for 30 minutes. You can access it online. You can access it live. You can access recordings. Here's where the rubber hits the road right here. I think Scott was talking about that before. These are all the events. Remember Bobby said you don't present to people? You get them to a presentation. That's what makes this duplicable. It isn't a business of presenting and closing people. It's about getting people to a presentation that is duplicable, that anybody can bring somebody to a video or to an event. So these are the live events, and there are videos also, but here's Thursday night right there. It's Build Your Business Night. Invite people to your house. Give them an experience with the gel for pain. Trish Winkler, the #1 earner in the company, is going to do a quality presentation for 30 minutes from 7:30 to 8 o'clock Eastern and 9:30 to 10 o'clock Eastern. Here are the daytime webinars that we do with me and Debbie, right? So there's Tuesday. I'll be doing this tomorrow at 1 p.m. I do it every week, Tuesdays. Thursdays at 1 p.m. Debbie's going to do that one. Thursday at 9 a.m. I do that for Asia. Debbie's going to do it because I'm out of town. Every Wednesday, Sylvie Wilmot, Golden, LA, leads one in French. This is in French, right? You know, people in Canada or France, Chinese. Now, I'm not sure of Odney. I don't think it's every week. I think somebody was there this Saturday and it wasn't happening. Have to get the exact schedule. But we like to have things every single week. We want to have everything very, very, very repeating so people can count on it. There's a health professional webinar the first Tuesday of every month that they're recorded. This document shows you where you can listen to all of the recordings of doctors and oncology nurses and different people. For animal people, the second Tuesday of the month is a live animal webinar, and there's recordings where you can pull those up. This document explains how to use Facebook properly, not trying to sell product, but how to think. This ATM system, ad tag message, this thing works. It works with companies that are selling, you know, products that are like you could get at Walmart, but it works. The system really works. Most people don't take the time to look at how to use these things, but this works. And one of these websites actually, and it says right there, the SIA United group, it's the most important one. Why? Because it shows you how to use these other sites effectively. Here are the videos that we have for athletes, for animals, for doctors, for testimonials on diseases, whatever. I mean, if you familiarize yourself with these, you can use them. And then here's the training. And I broke it into 2 areas. Pre-game, what to do just before you even start getting into it, right? And then let's go ahead and get started. And so it's worth looking at these things, right? Here's your upline listing of all the diamonds in your upline, all the way to the top. And here's how to get pain relief 90% of the time within 1 to 10 minutes using the gel. So this document is really, it's just a resource document where it has everything in one place. So I just wanted to make sure that the new people knew that exists and get it from your upline, okay? Anybody have any questions they want to ask before we go? Any question at all? We accomplished everything we wanted to accomplish on this call, but we didn't save time for questions, but we'll stay on for a few minutes if you have them.
David?
Yes. Hi, Sharon.
Hey, hi. Can you comment? I asked Barbara, we were talking about a little earlier today, with the upcoming event in Bangkok or in Thailand there, if we have somebody that we want to potentially refer, how do we get them registered for that event or for that evening presentation, or what's the process?
You go to ASIAEvents.com. That's where all these events are. ASIAEvents.com. And
okay.
If you have somebody going, then you let me know or Debbie know, because we'll try to connect them with a warm body that they know that they're coming. They don't just sit in the back corner kind of watching. But there's the Singapore events on the screen. That already took place last night. There's Bangkok right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Make sure people know, David, to make sure people are on the books before they show up at an event in another country.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to do that. Pearl, thank you. Going into other countries, sometimes it's different than it is here. Sometimes somebody could just show up and there's 500 people there and they sit next to somebody and they form a relationship and they say, you should sign up with me because I live here and my team is here. Look at this. And it's a little, sometimes you don't know, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you need to make them fully aware before they walk in that door, and you try to get them enrolled ahead of time. And if they don't enroll ahead of time, then make sure that they just do not enroll with anybody. And you have to sell your team also and say, look, we work with a team of physicians, Ambassador Diamonds, blah, 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 and get them locked in, because we've seen it in Mexico, and we saw it in Colombia, and a little bit in Asia so far. Not so much, but some. So just be careful.
David?
Yes. Hi, Sylvie.
Hi, David. Actually, what I find out it was very smart is if the person is invited as a guest, they need to put your ID number.
Oh, that's good. When they register?
Yes. So if you go in the back office, if you go to ASEA event and you click to register, you're going to have as an associate, as a guest, which is actually free for a guest, but the person will have to put the ID number of the person who invited them.
Yeah, so there's the screen for that event right there, actually.
It's sold out there, but you will have, well, you cannot see it, but at least for me, when I did Singapore, they were asking for my ID number.
That's great.
So it's good to know.
Yep.
So it can be a track. If there is any issue, there is way to go back and find out who invited who.
Yep. Thanks, Sylvie. And by the way, now that my screen's working, let me just show you that the proper usage document that I put together. The first page is, and there's the video I shot is how to use Redox.com. And you can see it's got, in blue at the top, it says ASEA, Renew 28 are blue, and Source is green. And how to use Redox.com is the proper way to use it. Talks about the importance of having 2 cases on hand the first month in case you can double the amount you're taking. I put it in milliliters and ounces this time. There's Source at the bottom right there. And there's Renew 28. And a video on the anti-aging benefits and a video on the pain relief benefits. Talks about the 10-minute challenge 3 times in 5 minutes. Then this part of it has the taste of ASEA, explains why it tastes the way that it does. Talks about sodium content, very, very small amount of sodium. It's just numbers. It's all facts. People have questions. And then here's the one on detox. So this explains the healing process in detox. So it's all in one document, and I think I sent it out to my team. Debbie, I'm going to send it to you right now, and you can edit it or whatever. I'll send it to you in Word, and I'll send it to you in PDF. Okay.
Okay.
Can you post it into your dream number 6 freedom?
Yeah, I did.
And I'll
okay.
post it in Debbie's Diamond Club so that people can have it there. That's my Facebook.
David, I have a question. This is Jofia here. Can you hear
Yes.
me?
I can. How are you?
Hi. Hey, hi. We had a fantastic meeting last night. Yeah, a lot of people went there for the first time hearing Tyler talking about the genesis of ASEA. It was great. And he actually explained about the ethos of ASEA. And a lot of people just blew their mind off just hearing the last part of it. It was fantastic. Yeah. So I have one question is that I have a friend who is using ASEA water right now, and she says that she gets constipation even though she has upped her water intake, and she's taking 4 ounces. So after the first bottle, she has severe constipation and she just dropped off. So do you know why, or is there anything that I can
I've heard
explain to her?
I've heard that a few times. Not usually it's diarrhea if they're going to detox. Sometimes constipation, but
Right.
it's good to find out why she's taking the product to begin with, and if she's if she's willing to adjust what she's doing to get through this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to her again, but she's sold by the Renew 28 gel, so she's just using the gel purely now. So yeah, I'll have
That's
to chat
okay.
with her again.
It's still, the redox molecules are still getting in through the gel, just not as high levels. So whether she knows that or not, that's fine. But I have to tell you, business-wise, I could have built the same size business with this gel as with the drink too, because this is amazing. So if someone has a thing against the drink themselves, you know, hopefully they'll help somebody with diabetes or autism or something, and they'll say, well, maybe I'll just decrease the amount that I'm taking, or take fiber. But it's just a detox thing. That's all that it is.
Then one more question is that I have one prospect that she has a renal failure, and how should I advise them to drink? Is it still the 4 ounce?
With renal failure, they're generally on lower water intake amounts.
Yep.
So you don't want to go with the normal amount of ASEA because they'll detox, and then if they don't do well, they'll be upset. So I always start them very slowly. I have them use the gel, like wherever they want to use it, and it's getting in. And start them on about a quarter of the amount. And so, you know, instead of 60 mils twice a day, 15 mils twice a day, or instead of 2 ounces twice a day, a quarter of an ounce, or half an ounce, I mean. And just increase slower. And what they're going to see most likely is their lab values on their kidney function is going to start coming up, and then they start getting really excited, you know, and then they can then they can drink more water and they can increase the amount they're taking.
According to the levels, okay.
Yeah, and put the gel over the back. Rub the Renew over her back, over the
kidneys. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, people, you're welcome. In Australia, they didn't have the drink for a while. They just had the gel, but we had doctors who were nephrologists, and they were just putting the gel over the patient's kidneys with renal failure. Some of them on dialysis, and they started producing urine. So yeah.
Great. Yeah, I try to get them on for the Thursday's meeting.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yep. Thanks.
Best thing to do with anybody is to have them talk to somebody else. You know, doing three-way calls. It's just comforting to hear someone else tell them that it's okay that these things happen, instead of, like, if it happens with someone I get on, if I keep telling them it's just me, they hear Debbie say it, it's like, oh, okay, I'll continue with that. That sounds okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congrats on a great meeting. I saw the pictures. How many people were there? Like 300-400 people?
Yeah, close to 500.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Anybody else have a question before Debbie and I cut out?
I do. I have a question.
Sure.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Hi. Wanted to say, I was going to tell you that Cindy wanted me to tell you that she couldn't connect because she was leaving my house from having done a presentation, but I just saw that she just picked up her bronze out of the mailbox. So on with us, I think. But I had a question because I'm going to be going to Colombia in May for a brief period, but I wanted to bring my ASEA and also in September for a longer period of time, and I definitely want to bring my ASEA. So I wanted to know how I can travel.
You can pack it. First of all, are you in the Richmond area?
I am.
Wonderful. Maybe I'll get to meet you on the 14th. Or are you gone already?
I am going to be there, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Look forward to meeting you. So yeah, you can just check it. People check the bottles, they check the pouches. The pouches are kind of easy, but just bring enough, that you need. That's all. You can check it.
So if I don't want to check, if I just want to backpack it, can I bring it on?
You can't do it then because it's too much liquid.
Okay.
You have to check a bag. We all check bags.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can't. It's too much liquid in the container.
Okay, and even with pouch,
they're 8 ounces.
8 ounces, and you
can bring about two of the pouches. You just really have to go slowly through security and ask to speak to a supervisor. They'll test it for you. It will take longer. You just have to insist it's for your health, and they have to test it.
Okay.
And you
they
bring
have
some.
taken it from people before too, Alex, and I know that.
Yeah.
Well,
I got mine confiscated recently.
it'll take time. It'll take time, but ask them to test it. Ask for their supervisor. They'll do it. It will take you longer.
And bring some documentation, some literature from the company on the product. Also, that's helpful. But you're not going to be able to get enough through. A couple pouches isn't going to get you through your trip. So the other option is you could ship some to where you're going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Colombia, if I have somebody who wants to start, is there a way to sign up people over
Yeah, they just go to your website, they click join here, and they click the countries. Colombia is not listed there. They go down to where it says other, and you're going to see Colombia right there. And Colombia is the only country that actually is getting product right now in South America. You'll see a lot of other countries here, in Peru and Chile. Colombia is the furthest along. They can actually enroll. They can get product.
Okay. And Peru?
Peru, no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
David?
Yeah, Roz?
I've taken my ASEA through security several times. I just tell them it's for medicinal purposes, and it takes just a couple minutes, and they check it, and they say, okay, go ahead.
That's because you have an honest face.
I know.
David and Mary, I've gone 2 times through with my backpack, and I've frozen the pouches. And they said as long as it is frozen, it cannot be a lethal weapon. They have no problem.
That's interesting.
Fascinating.
And I checked it when I was in Dallas, Texas, and because they pulled me to the side and they had to do the wand and everything. But 2 times now after that, they told me if you freeze it, if it has something that's lethal in it that will explode, it cannot do that if it's frozen.
Okay.
So it takes I had no problems the last time I went through.
Interesting. Okay.
Great. Thank you. I need to go because I have a phone call waiting for me.
I have to go too. I have to watch a hockey game. All right. So Debbie recorded this in 2 pieces. We'll get the recording out, and then she can unmute everybody. We'll say goodnight. And again, I'm leaving on Wednesday. I'll be back on Sunday. So I'll be responding on a limited basis. I will. But this is a 29th annual golf trip, and I am looking forward to Nashville.
Have a good time.
Thank you.
Bye. Happy weekend.
All right.
Thanks, Debbie.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Guys, have a good night. Enjoy your golf.
Bye.